G'day legends, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tony and this is the mighty Jimny, and it's a pretty brisk winter's eve here in Western Australia, and we've got a knock at the door and the side body mouldings have arrived for the Suzuki Jimny. So sit back and relax, go grab yourself a nice cold beer or a warm beverage, and I'll do all the hard work and we'll do a quick how-to video on how to install these bad boys. Alrighty, so this is a pretty straightforward job. The first thing you need to do is come through and give the door here in this, well, the whole thing, but this little section here, make sure you give it a good clean. Just go grab yourself a warm soapy water and give it a good clean out, and then make sure it's completely dry. You don't want to be sticking this over the door with any dust or grime or dirt underneath it, because otherwise A, it won't stick very well, and B, will damage your paintwork if you ever do need to take them off. Chances are you won't have to take them off, but just in case. Now the other thing as well, they do come as a set, so they're labelled on the back of the actual piece itself, and they're like a flexible, almost rubber. They do look plasticky, like quite hard, but they're a bit of a rubber. Now they're labelled properly, and there is a specific left and right side. The left side one and the right side one have alternating and little angles here. So this one here is slightly sharper there, and then at the back it's got slightly more of an angle at the back here. That's because this part of the door here cuts away a little bit, and this one's here a little bit straighter at this end. So keep that in mind when you're doing it. Now the measurements and stuff like that, and the tools that you'll need, just a pencil and a tape measure. Once you've cleaned up, that's all you'll need. Measurements are pretty straightforward. You're looking at 118 in the center. You're looking at 116 at the front end of the door, closest to the hood, so the front end of the door, 116, 120 from the bottom at the back end of the door, and then each side you're going to be coming in at 28 millimeters at this end, and then 42 millimeters at that end. So these measurements here are pretty straightforward, right? So you're going in basically somewhere in the center, just eyeball it. This doesn't have to be perfect. This just gives you a bit of a guide here. Don't scratch your paint up with your tape measure, whatever you do. Just hold that in place roughly there. Alright, so you're looking at about 18 mil. Okay, and then you just want to give it a little bit of a mark here with your pencil. Make sure it's not too sharp. I actually just rounded mine off a little bit so I didn't scratch my paintwork up. Alright, and just a little graphite pencil, you'll put a little mark there and then it'll wipe straight off. Okay, now at the back end here, we're looking at 120 millimeters. Okay, so you just go from the bottom of the door, and then this is the full 120. Now the reason why this one is 120 and this one's 180 and this is 116 is obviously the door's got a little bit of an angle to it there. Okay, now off the back edge here, so you just want to come up about halfway between the curve and the actual mark that you put, and then you're coming in 28 mil. 28 mil, and then we'll do this end, 16, so 116 just there, and then 42 from there. Alright, pretty straightforward. Okay, now when it comes down to sticking this bad boy on, there is a little trick to it. So let me just show you here. On the back, you've got your little sticky, it's like a double-sided padded sticky, 3M probably, jobby here. All right, and what you want to do is you want to take off your end one, and then you want to take your side one down, excuse the fingers, about 2 inches, 3 inches or so, and then just fold it a little bit and push it out to the side. All right, now that's the same on both ends. So go ahead, pull it down, just fold it and just push it out to the side a little bit. All right, and you'll see why I'm doing that in a second. I'll quickly do this one off. Phone buzzing away. And this one down here. It's a mate from work, Laz. G'day, Laz. Sending me messages while I'm doing YouTube. All right, so this one here. Come on. All right, there we go. So these are like that. So you can kind of see, if you look at it this side, it looks like these little tabs are flipping out the back there. All right, when these come on, these will sit like this. All right, and what you want to do is get your first little mark on the bottom of it and your end one just lined up, and just like that. Alright, pop that one there. Then come down to the other end and get your end marker set up just there. Just move that out of the way. Put a little bit, don't push down to it until you get it roughly right. And then you should have your central marker about there. Now just put your finger on that central marker one, and what you want to do is grab this and bring it all the way across. That's off. And then this is good to go. To the bottom one. And oh, look at that. Easy as. Alright, so do that for the second one on the other side as well. Just rinse and repeat. Just remember, they do come as a pair. I've said it already. Make sure you get the right side, and that is all she wrote. So that's not a bad little job, that. Pretty easy. It's nice and even, and you've got a pretty good little job. Alright, so these set up in such a way so they're not too bad at all. Not bad if I do say so myself. Alright, thanks guys for watching. This has been another Mighty Jimny little runabout. I'm going for a camping trip tomorrow with a couple of mates, so I'll probably do that video first and put it up, and then this one will come up later. So I'll mention that this video is going to be coming up, which is pretty cool. Oh, once again, like and subscribe. Get involved. There's heaps of videos coming soon, and yeah, we'll see how we go with it. Cheers guys.